On behalf of the Acting College Principal, Mr. Paul Brooks, I would like to welcome you to the 2023 Kindergarten Information Evening at St. Gregory's College, Campbelltown. My name is Charlize Anastasio, and I'm the Girl Junior School Captain. I will be emceeing this evening with my counterpart, Mitchell Harding, who is the Boys School Captain. As is customary at St. Gregory's College, let us begin our gathering this evening with an acknowledgement of country and also a prayer.
We pause to remember the uniqueness of this place. We pause to remember the uniqueness of this place. We honor and respect the generations of the Darwin people who held this land in their dreaming. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. With Jesus as our guide, may we live simply as people of love and compassion, giving to those in need. May we live in the way of our good Mother Mary in gentleness and humility, strengthening in us in simplicity and love of work as we follow in the footsteps of St. Marston. Grant us the courage to learn, sing, create and play in the spirit of family. Open our hearts and enlighten our minds to your presence in the world as we learn to appreciate each other. St. Marston, St. Gregory, pray for us. Mary, our good Mother, pray for us. And may we always remember to pray to one another. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
2023 begins yet another exciting chapter in the St. Gregory's College story. Our 6th year as a leading junior school in the Macarthur region. To introduce the evening, please welcome Mr. Joel Weeks, our Acting Deputy Principal, to give his address.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this evening. I want to thank you all for taking your time out of your evening to come and join us. My name is Mr. Joel Weeks. I'm the Deputy Principal, the Acting Deputy Principal, and my substantive position is the Head of Junior School. One feature that we've got on tonight is our chat feature. So on your screens, you will see a little button Q&A, and feel free to ask any questions that you've got tonight about the school, about Open Day, about our college as a whole. Our college started back in 1926, and you can see from the images on your screen that are coming through, it was an agricultural community. Started with 10 boys, 6 brothers, and here we are now with 1,300 students from K through to 6. As we've grown, back in 2018, we kicked off a lovely junior school that sits in the beautiful suburbs of Gregory Hills there. We started the junior school back in 2018, 194 kids. We now sit in the junior school with 380 students. Co-educational junior school, and as the students move into year 7, it's a boys' school from year 7 to 12. I want to thank you for taking your time out of watching maths tonight and watching SAS to come and join us tonight, and actually look at us as a viable option for your son or your daughter for 2023. Tonight you'll hear from a range of staff who will come and talk about different elements of our junior school, from our teaching and learning framework to our holistic framework, and what we offer at the school. And hopefully you'll get some of the answers that you'll be after tonight, but also use that chat feature if needed. Our purpose here at the college is to provide and promote a holistic education that strives to bring out the best in our students. And hopefully through this evening, as you hear from our staff and you hear from our current captains here this year, hopefully you get a good sense of what our college is all about, and you'll get the information that you require. Our Open Day is coming, as Mitchell has told us, and you'll get a little bit more information as the evening goes on about our Open Day. But have a great evening, and I'll pass you back to our captains.
Mrs. Diana Ivanchik is our current Acting Head of Junior School and PYP Coordinator. I would like to welcome Mrs. Ivanchik to give her address.
Thank you, Mitchell. As Mitchell said, I'm Diana Ivanchik. I'm currently the Acting Head of Junior School, as well as the PYP or Primary Years Coordinator. My substantive position is Assistant Head of Junior School. One thing you will notice about St. Greg's Junior School that stands out from other schools in the Macarthur region is that from this year we've been authorised as one of only 2 international baccalaureate world schools delivering the primary years program in the Macarthur region. So this is represented by the logo that you'll see displayed around the school from this year onwards. The primary years program is a curriculum framework for young learners designed by the International Baccalaureate, and it was founded on a philosophy that recognises a child's natural curiosity, creativity and ability to reflect. The PYP generates a stimulating, challenging learning environment that fosters a lifelong love of learning in every child. The PYP is a framework that inquires across subject areas while investigating big ideas. In the PYP, kindergarten students learn about significant concepts through 4 big units of inquiry. And these units of inquiry interweave the New South Wales syllabus subject areas, such as mathematics, science, history, geography, English, the creative arts, as well as religion. This approach encourages students to make their own connections between what they learn in core subject areas and how it relates to the world around them. So, what are the advantages of an IB education? Well, IB World Schools, the only schools authorised to offer IB programs, are subject to a strict accreditation process monitored by the IB, ensuring that schools provide a high quality education. And we went through that rigorous process at the end of last year, where we were authorised after 3 days of observation and interviewing and checking of our programs. So IB teaching methods and curriculums are research-based, and they draw from the best educational practices from systems around the world. IB teachers are continually required to participate in professional development of current educational practices and new thinking. And IB students develop a sense of the world around them and their responsibility to it. As you can see from some of the photographs that I've presented, our students are immersed in learning the skills and developing the learner attributes to become caring, principled, balanced, and open-minded graduates. Thank you.
Mrs. Robin Bowen is our leader of learning, religious education. I warmly welcome Mrs. Bowen to the lectern.
Good evening and thank you, Charlize. As Charlize mentioned, my name is Robin Bowen and I am the leader of learning for religious education in the junior school. It is part of my role to ensure that the students of our junior school develop and foster a deeper connection with their Catholic faith. St Gregory's was created by one of the Marist brothers, and so our values and beliefs as a Marist school is one that is led by Mary. At St Gregory's, we pride ourselves on our character and how we display the Marist qualities in everything we say and we do. There are 5 pillars or qualities of being a Marist that we aim to instill in every student at the college. These qualities include presence, where we care for each other, we know each other individually, we are attentive and welcoming, and we earn trust and foster openness. The quality of simplicity, where we are genuine and straightforward. We say what we believe and we show it. We are honest before God and we seek humility and modesty to do good quietly. Love of work, the quality of love of work. We are people of work ready to roll up our sleeves. We are generous of heart, persevering in our daily work, and we foster teamwork and motivation. We seek to develop strong character and resilience and view work as a source of fulfilment. The quality of family spirit. We have a very warm, welcoming family community at our school, and we strongly believe that the relationship between the teacher and the student and their families are extremely important. The quality of in the way of Mary. We see Mary as the perfect model of the Marist educator. We consciously bring Mary into our teaching by prayer, imitating Mary's tenderness, strength, and consistency of faith. This year, we are celebrating 150 years of Marist education. And our Marist theme this year is Known and Loved, Dignity for All. At our school, we have an opportunity for our students to be involved closely in the Marist life of our school through the co-curricular activity Mini Marists. This is a K-6 group that meet at lunchtimes to take part in the planning of a variety of fundraisers and outreach programs, such as Appeals for the Marist Solidarity, Christmas Appeals for St Vincent de Paul and other Marist schools overseas. Prayer is an essential part of our life in the school. The students pray daily, and we also celebrate the junior school masses each term at the senior school chapel, as well as the K-12 masses in the school hall. If you have ever been lucky enough to have seen or experienced one of our K-12 masses, you would know that they are spectacular, spine-tingling even. We also celebrate liturgies in the junior school, and these are specially prepared for our students and are a very successful part of our religious education program. We are connected with the St Mary MacKillop Parish at Oran Park for all of our sacramental programs, and they're all offered and run through there. I thank you again tonight for taking time to listen and consider St Gregory's for your child's education.
Thank you, Mrs. Bowen, to give all the details of life in kindergarten. Our court to the left and Mrs. Christy Scott and Mrs. Robin Bowen are two amazing kindergarten teachers.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in tonight. My name is Christy Scott, and this lady over here is Robin Bowen, and we are the current kindergarten teachers at the junior school. We believe strongly that the foundation year of schooling is one of the most important. It is essential that we set children up for success early and build strong foundations for future success, both academically and socially. Thank you for taking the time tonight to learn a little bit more about our school.
In the kindergarten classroom, learning social skills is a very important job. How we manage our feelings, how we interact with others. What do I do if I need help? At St Greg's, we begin early to develop independence and resilience in our students, asking them to become problem solvers and risk takers in their interactions with others. We spend time in the early weeks focusing on developing these skills. Showing care and kindness towards others is highly valued, and we strive to be like Mary in our interactions with everyone we meet.
Academically, we have a strong focus on the basic foundational skills which will set all of our students up for success. So what does literacy look like in kindergarten? Through the use of the Ants and the Apple program, students are encouraged to master all of the single letter sounds and use them in their reading and writing independently. We value correct formation of letters because we know that research tells us that the ability to record these sounds correctly is vital for future literacy success. Students will engage in many hands-on activities, building their fine motor skills to complement the teaching of correct letter formation and pencil grip. We use decodable readers in the classroom and at home, and once children become familiar with some sounds and use a wide variety of texts during our shared reading program, to learn things like, well, what is a word? What direction do our eyes need to move in when we're reading? And how do we comprehend what's actually happening in a story?
What does numeracy look like in kindergarten? The Foundations of Mathematics syllabus is also emphasised with a combination of drill and practice, problem solving and working mathematically found in all our lessons. Most kindergarten students learn in a hands-on inquiry way, so we endeavour to provide opportunities to cater for everyone's learning styles. As you have already heard, St Greg's Junior School is a PYP or an IB school. Right from the very beginning of kindergarten, your child will have opportunities to develop their inquiry skills by taking advantage of their innate natural curiosity. By using this framework, we are able to extend and support students to reach their full potential in a safe and nurturing way.
So lots of parents want to know, what can I do to get my child ready for school? Well, there are a couple of things that you can do. The single most important thing that you can do for your child between now and starting school next year is to read to them. Read as much as you can. Ask them questions about what you've read. What might happen next? Which part of the story is your favourite? What does the story remind you of? Practice recognising and writing your child's first name. Help them to recognise the importance of a capital letter at the start of their name with lowercase letters for the rest of their name. Pay close attention to letter formation in terms of direction and also size. It's much easier to teach this correctly from the beginning rather than correcting habits a little bit later.
Encourage independence with your child. I know it's often easier and quicker to simply do it yourself, but let them have a go. It is in the struggle that the children become problem solvers. Let them struggle. Persistence is a learned skill and one that is often worth learning. With regards to numbers and maths, make sure that you are talking about everyday mathematical concepts with your children. Is the glass half full? Which piece of fruit is heavier? Can you set the table with 5 knives and 5 forks, etc.? Look out for numbers in the environment, street signs, at the shops, and ask challenging questions like which number is 1 more or 1 less than that number. Having the ability to count to 100 is not as important as knowing the place of each number between 1 and 10.
I know it's scary, but let your children practice using scissors. Give them scissors at home. Give your child direction on how to hold the scissors and practice cutting out simple lines and papers, even cutting up coupons from catalogues. Practice going to the toilet independently, washing their hands by themselves, and even having a drink from a drink bottle and then putting the lid back on. Opening and closing a lunchbox. It's a skill that we assume most children can do once they start school, and some find it quite difficult. So practice all the things that you think will be beneficial to your children when they start school next year.
Kindergarten in the junior school is lots of fun and it is such a rewarding job. We thank you once again for tuning in tonight. We hope that some of the information we have provided for you has been helpful, and we look forward to meeting some of you at the open day.
Thank you, Mrs. Scott and Mrs. Bowen. Mrs. Rachel Cosentino is our Acting Assistant Head of Junior School, Librarian and Literacy Specialist. She will now fill you in on the co-curricular life of the college and general information.
Good evening. Thank you, Charlize. As you can see from our captains here tonight, our junior school aims to create well-rounded, well-spoken, passionate young men and women. We do this by providing a variety of extracurricular opportunities and programs each year. These are targeted to the passions and interests of our students, so may vary from year to year, but they usually allow our students to engage in sport, creative and performing arts, public speaking, and sustainability projects, to name just a few. Last year, our first Girls and Boys show team took place as well. Our college calendar is promoted on our website, and all of our junior school students are also provided with a student diary containing these important activities and events. The student diary is an important aspect of our communication with parents, being reviewed for messages and other information each day. In the junior school, each student has access to a class set of iPads or Chromebooks, using these to upload to an online journal called Seesaw. Seesaw provides a powerful learning loop between students demonstrating their work, teachers monitoring student progress, and parents viewing their child's learning from anywhere in the world. As students move into the older grades, they also become proficient in a wide range of applications across different platforms. At St Greg's, we aim to weave the use of technology through the teaching and learning process so that students develop digital literacy and safety skills, critical thinking skills, and information fluency skills. Our students also have opportunities to develop skills in coding through the use of bbots and block or visual coding using applications such as Scratch. Students at St Greg's are extremely fortunate in having very professional, passionate, committed and caring teaching professionals who strive to help every student achieve their best. But we never forget that we were always an agricultural college, and you can see from the slide that you're looking at now, that is our first Girls and Boys show team. Now I'll hand you back to Mitchell.
Thank you, Mrs. Cosentino. Miss Bianca Sirachi is our college registrar. She will now fill you in on the process of enrolling your child and details for our open day.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bianca Sirachi, and I'm the Enrolments Registrar at the college. I have the pleasure of guiding you and your child throughout the enrolment journey. We have a very streamlined process here at the college. All applications are to be submitted online via our college website. The application form guides you through the information and documentation that you need to provide the college with. It is important to remember to give us the full picture of your child so that we can best support them and their growth during their education journey. At the very end of the application process, you will have to pay a non-refundable $50 fee. You should receive a confirmation email once your application has been submitted. Submitting an application does not guarantee your child a position. There are a few key dates that I want to make you aware of. The first is our college open day on Sunday the 13th of March. This is an opportunity for your family to walk around the college and meet the wonderful staff and students and see what makes us unique. Registrations for this event are essential and can be made through our website. For Kindergarten 2023, applications need to be submitted by 3 p.m. Friday the 25th of March 2022. This is followed by the review process. You will be notified of your child's application status in the following weeks. If your child is successful in progressing to the interview stage, they will be invited to attend an interview with yourselves. Interviews will take place on the 2nd to 4th of May. A letter of offer from the head of junior school will be emailed to the successful applicants. The student's place is secured when the letter of offer is accepted and the non-refundable enrolment fee of $500 is paid. I would like to briefly discuss our bursary and fee assistance options. For any of our bursary options, please get in contact with me so that I can send you the application forms. Please submit these by the application closing date. Tuition bursaries. St Gregory's College has a limited number of tuition bursaries in our junior school available each year. These bursaries are means tested and provide a partial reduction of fees for a set period of time. While these bursaries are primarily used to assist existing families going through periods of financial difficulty, in limited situations they will be provided to new enrolments. EdStart. The college does allow the use of an external school fee assistance provider such as EdStart. EdStart can provide families with longer payment terms than the college is able to provide. For example, EdStart has a product called EdStart Extend, which allows approved applicants to spread their payments out for up to 5 years after their youngest child has finished their schooling. Families should always seek their own financial advice before using an external school fee provider. A link to EdStart can be found on our website. This is often a very new and exciting time for our families, and there are always many questions that arise. I can always be reached by email or phone. I always tell parents that it is extremely important that the school is the right fit for their child and provides them with opportunities for growth and support. I truly believe that our college has something for everyone, and I'm looking forward to help starting your child's wonderful journey with us.
That concludes this evening. I would like to thank you on behalf of the college community for your interest in sending your child to St Gregory's College. It is an exciting time for you as parents to make the important decision of enrolling your child into kindergarten. The Year 5 and 6 students and I look forward to taking you on a tour of the junior school at our open day. Stop by and say hello. Good night.